Well, here we have the Bowman M122. This is only the second time I've run this engine since I got it, and since it was repainted and generally all sorts of new parts put on it. It's still not running as fast as possibly one should. However, the drip feed oiler seems to be working okay now, and in general it's it's turning over quite nicely. I've put a stronger spring in the safety valve because the last time I ran this one there was water seemed to be coming out from it continuously as well as steam, and overall it seems to be running a lot better. It's only been running a few minutes at the moment, so it'll probably pick up more speed as the run progresses. As usual, it's priming a little bit, probably put a little bit too much water into the boiler. As it's been said, if you fill them right up to the overflow plug and water issues out, it's probably a little bit too much in there. But overall, it's turning over smoothly. It's had a thorough oiling. The paint that was starting to burn last time seems to be staying put now. It seems to have cured a lot better. There's still a smell of new paint in the kitchen. So I'm really quite pleased so far. And I really do think the drip feed oilers are doing an awful lot now. I've primed them right up to the brim with oil, and it seems to be running a little bit quicker than it was. In terms of oil, this is just normal engine oil straight from the garage. I think it's 20W50, maybe something maybe a 20W40. But it seems to be performing quite well. In the background is the SP5 crane, which is still undergoing bits and pieces to add to it. At the moment, as you can see on the front, I'm adding a cradle which will hold the steam wagon, so it's the weight is distributed evenly. Seems to be speeding up now, getting a few more revs on it. And I'd say it's probably not as fast as Mooseman, but fast enough. There's nothing coming out of that boiler now. It seems to be pretty well steam tight. The whistle's steam tight. The very first time I ran it, there was steam issuing from all sorts of boiler fittings, but most of the steam now seems to be directed into the actual cylinders where it's meant to be going. Just like any older steam engine, it does tend to throw oil around everywhere. So I've got a very large piece of cardboard purloined from the print room which protects the tablecloth. Still priming a little bit. You can hear some of that spluttering coming from the chimney, but certainly not as bad as when it first started. Most of the noise is coming from the counter shaft, which is a Meccano replacement. So I've got a Meccano sprocket on the crankshaft and a Meccano gear wheel with two Meccano pulleys on either end of that counter shaft. So there we have it. It's nice to see this one run again, and hopefully it may run many more years to come.